monitors placed in the park to look at how landscape is influencing that activity of species. So I looked at forested landscape, not forested green space, concrete-dominated landscape, and distance to water from a monitor as well. But I also wanted to look at how seasons and weather variables play into that, so we could put a very contextualized landscape effects a little bit. For my data set, I used 8 monitors placed within Rouge National Park between 2015 and 2021. And I grew my data, sorry, my voice is going. I grew my data by monitor, year, night, and species. And I did my models in 2 different sets. I did separate models for landscape and seasons and weather. Starting with landscape, I got landscape data from Southern Ontario Land Resource Information Service. I did a spatial scale effect, and then I ran individual models by species. I did something similar for the season and weather, but instead of landscape data, I got weather data from local weather stations, and then did a temporal estimate model analysis, which I'll go over with the spatial scale estimate model analysis are in a second. Then I ran individual models by species. I'm going to first go over my landscape models. So a spatial scale effect is essentially looking at different buffer sizes around a monitor to see what scales, the scale at which landscape composition most likely permits by spatial effect and always friendly to the species most effect to see at what time window size best predicted night that activity. And what we found is that actually usually around like 9 to 12 hours before sunset best predicted activity. And so the closer to 0 on the y-axis is the highest point, 0 is the highest point, is the best model fit. So pretty clear that the quality is aggressive. Longer data from the day before is actually making model predictions. So using these, we picked the best model fit for each one, and then got to find out some stuff about when the bats are in the park and how it affects that activity. So I did these analyses into long distance migratory and migratory regional lines. The sort of area was in the park between late April and early November, and had 2 distinct peaks in one in early May and one in late September, which had migratory movement through the park. So we got to read that. There was one peak in August and was in the park between mid-May and late October. The Oregon bat had a peak, so eastern redback bat in mid-June and was in the park between late April and late September. The big brown bat was super interesting because it actually predicted it had a highest point at the start of the year in late April, and then activity actually slowly decreased with no discernible peaks until late October. Northern Myotis was in the park from early May to late October, and had a peak in mid-August, which might align with its reproductive cycle and maternity period. The little brown bat was in the park in mid-May to late September, and had 2 peaks in one May and one in early August. Rainfall generally increased activity, activity eastern red bat, and no effect in Oregon bat activity. It also decreased big brown bat activity, and had no effect for northern Myotis and cold brown bat. Now this is cool. If you want bats to show up at your party, make sure it's at least 10 degrees. Bat activity in all species increases your temperature greater than 10 degrees Celsius. And the thing to note is that the activity of northern Myotis had a steep rate increase after 20 degrees Celsius. Humidity did not affect most of the bats' nightly activity, but it did decrease reduce northern biotist activities. So some key things to take home about this bat activity in urban mosaic is that even though we didn't find very much landscape effects, forests are very important for some species like the northern biotist. And preserving those forests and ensuring that they have those habitats mainly contribute to them allowing being present within cities or urban mosaic landscapes. And looking and identifying local peaks, species-specific peaks and activity gives us information about when and where to conduct forest management or conservation action. And lastly, temperature may be a very important driver too that allows bats to use a landscape, and it might be driven by insect activity. 10 to 15 degrees is when insect flight becomes more active as well, which would give them a lot more energy to do their flying and feeding and making babies. So anyway, with that, thank you very much for listening. My name is Eric, and I'm very happy to have presented this virtually for you all.
Thanks, Eric. I'm going to take 2 questions from the audience here, and then I'll just read them to you, and I'll try and turn the mic back on so that you can speak through the computer again. So the mic will probably be fine. I'm just going to turn the mic off and on. So we'll take 2 questions. If anyone has questions for Eric. And you're lucky, Eric. Nobody has that. Off the hook. Thank you. Right. So, next we have Nicole Nolan, and she'll be joining us very shortly. She was waiting in the wings, and questions until we get this set up.
Seems like a no.
Are we still live on YouTube? If anybody's watching this on YouTube and you can think of a better way to do this, don't bother telling me.
This is the best.
They probably can't hear you. They can just see you gesturing to them.
No, YouTube can hear him.
Oh, YouTube.
Yeah. Eric, it's delayed though. Eric's talk is still going. It's buffering like crazy.
No, his audio is pretty clear. Shane's mic? Yeah, I think Shane.
I can hear Brad on my end. I'm trying to see if I can hear her. Yeah, I can hear her on mine.
Awesome. So I can hear you now. What we're going to do is we're going to run the audio through the speaker of my computer. I've got the mic here in front. I'm going to need you to share your presentation up on top. And then we'll try and figure out the center views and figure this up here so the presentation. That's good. And then after, what I'll do is I'll open it up to questions. I'll read them off or I'll repeat them to you. And then we'll take the answers. Get the presentation set up and get rolling.
You're not supposed to look at it.
Can I just take a little peek?
No snooping.
I was somewhere.
So it's one thing on the top of here. I guess it's supposed to pronounce the name. They guard you at all times. Sure, nobody snuck in and see you. There was a camera. Sensitive content. Brad, she's asking a question. Looks like she's asking a question.
No, she's just fixing her screen. I suppose I could.
Is that a USB one?
No, but it's fed through this.
Yeah, we did. It's for the Rouge.
I'm going to test the volume. Keep that clear.
Yeah, the other thing.
Testing. Just having a little bit of trouble with my notes are showing up on. I'm supposed to have two screens.